Welcome to Ever Demystified. In today's episode, we're diving into the fascinating history of Kente cloth. While many associate Kente primarily with the Ashanti Kingdom, we'll be exploring compelling evidence that suggests that the Ewe people played a foundational role in the origins of this iconic fabric. We'll also explore the linguistic roots of the word Kente and how its meaning reveals deeper connections to the Ewe people. Kente is far more than just cloth. It represents cultural identity, status, and history. Whether worn during royal ceremonies or passed down as family heirlooms, Kente has been a symbol of African pride. However, the question remains, where did this art form really begin? For many, the Ashanti Kingdom is synonymous with Kente, thanks to their captivating origin story of two hunters who, according to legend, observed a spider weaving its web. Inspired by the spider's intricate patterns, these hunters returned to their community and developed the art of Kente weaving. But is this the full story? Ewe Kente has its own unique characteristics and long-standing traditions deeply rooted in the customs of the Ewe people. Ewe weavers are renowned for their creativity and the cultural meanings embedded in their patterns. They often weave motifs that tell personal stories, reflect local folklore, or represent spiritual beliefs. Now, while the Ashanti story is certainly captivating, historical evidence suggests that the Ewe were weaving Kente long before the Ashanti Kingdom even existed. This makes the Ewe connection to Kente not only significant, but foundational. Records of Ewe Kente dates back centuries, though much of its history was preserved through oral traditions. The earliest written accounts of Ewe Kente came from European traders and missionaries in the 17th century. In 1670, for example, Wilhelm Johann Müller, a German explorer and missionary, received what he described as a costly and beautiful piece of Kente cloth as a gift from the King of Alada in present-day Benin. This gift predates the Ashanti Kingdom by several decades and offers compelling evidence that the Ewe were already well-established weavers of this intricate cloth. This piece of cloth, housed at the Ethnological Museum of Berlin, is one of the oldest documented examples of Kente and points to the fact that Ewe Kente weaving predates the Asante tradition. Even the name Kente itself tells a story of its origins. In the Ewe language, the word Kente is believed to come from the verbs ke, meaning to open, and te, to pull or draw. These terms vividly describe the motions made during the weaving process. This interpretation of the name connects directly to the physical act of weaving. It's a practical, descriptive name that reflects the skill involved in the process itself. On the other hand, the Ashanti derived the word Kente from the Akan word Kenteng, which means basket. While this etymology connects to another aspect of weaving, it does not reflect the specific actions involved in creating Kente cloth itself. Instead, it seems to focus more on the aesthetic similarity between the cloth's patterns and the weave of a basket. As we delve into the rich history of Ewe Kente, it's essential to trace the timeline of key events that have shaped its cultural legacy. The story of Ewe Kente stretches back to centuries, carried through the oral traditions of the Ewe people. Before the 17th century, Ewe Kente weaving was a craft passed down through generations with no specific written records but vibrant oral traditions preserving its history. In 1668, Dutch historian Alfred Dapper mentioned Ewe Kente cloth in his work Description of Africa. This marked one of the first European references to this remarkable textile tradition. In 1670, the German explorer Wilhelm Johann Müller received an Ewe Kente cloth from the King of Allada, describing it as costly and beautiful. This is one of the earliest documented records of Ewe Kente and provides strong evidence of its origins, predating the Ashanti Kingdom. The Ashanti Kingdom was founded in 1701, and the Ashanti claimed that their discovery of Kente weaving came from observing a spider making its web. This origin story became central to their association with Kente cloth. However, the evidence of Ewe Kente predates the founding of the Ashanti Kingdom. The story indicates that when their work was completed, Krugu Amwaya and Watakraban presented their new work to the first Asantehene, Nanose Tutu I, whereupon it came to be widely acknowledged and used solely by royalty. In 1843, German missionary Johann Gottlieb Christoller recorded various Ewe Kente patterns and their meanings. His ethnographic work provided further validation of the ancient roots of Ewe Kente weaving. By the mid-1900s, Ewe Kente had grown in cultural significance, widely recognized across West Africa. It was worn during important ceremonies and cultural events, cementing its role as a symbol of pride and identity. The Ashanti certainly played a role in popularizing Kente on a global scale, but their version of Kente appears to be a later development. The spiderweb origin story, while fascinating, doesn't have the same historical backing as the 17th century accounts of Ewe Kente. In conclusion, the history of Kente weaving is far richer and more complex than many realize. The Ewe people's contribution to this tradition predates the Ashanti Kingdom by decades, if not centuries. Thank you for joining us today on Ewe Demystified. We hope this exploration into the origins of Kente or Ewe Kente has provided new insights into this incredible tradition. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the rich heritage of the Ewe people. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next episode. Nyagadogo.